they have tried to scam India once again, this time scam India out of a honor. And I want to go straight across to J. Sai Deepak to understand what really the Pakistanis tried to do to once again chicken out of a contest but claim victory, as they did in Operation Sindoor. J. Sai Deepak.
So, Rahul, since July 7th of this year, the Oxford Union has been in communication with me for a debate between India and Pakistan on the question of India's Pakistan policy or security policy with respect to Pakistan. We agreed to the debate. I was originally told that Dr. Swamy and the former Chief of Army Staff, S.G. Naravane, are the co-participants. And we were given the impression that Hina Rabbani Khar and Khwaja Muhammad Asif, the Defense Minister of Pakistan, would be two of the participants from their side. The identity of the third participant was never revealed. Nevertheless, we agreed. The debate was supposed to be scheduled for the 27th November, that is yesterday, at 8:30 p.m. at the Oxford Union. So the confirmations were done. On the 25th, 2 days before the debate, I was called by the union to inform me that Dr. Swamy and Mr. Naravane may not be able to turn up because of other commitments. So they had reached out to Mr. Suhail Seth and Priyanka Chaturvedi, that is their version, and that they had found them as replacements to the candidates who couldn't turn up. So I agreed with it and we decided to proceed. And then a day before the debate, they tell me that even they couldn't make it because the notice was too short. So finally, they said, why don't you help us with some recommendations from within the UK so that it's easier for us to organize the logistics? I organized two people, Pandit Satish Sharma, who's articulated Indian interests in UK fairly articulately, fairly clearly, and Manu Khajuriaji, who is a well-known voice from Jammu, and who's written extensively on the terrorist attacks that Jammu has suffered, not just in Kashmir. So both of them agreed. And yesterday until 3 o'clock, all of us were set. We were supposed to travel from London to Oxford. I landed yesterday in the morning. At around 3:15 or so, I get a call from a member of the union to suddenly tell me that the Pakistanis have not landed, and therefore the debate with them is called off. And that if we were comfortable, we could come to Oxford and have a discussion with the students. I said I didn't travel all the way here to have a discussion with the students. I did this in June earlier this year. So the idea was to debate the Pakistanis. So if they've not come, there's no point in me traveling all the way again from London to Oxford. So I stayed back. Then I shot a stinker of an email to the president of the Oxford Union. His name is Musa Haraj, and turns out that he is the son of the former or perhaps the present Minister of Defense Production in Pakistan, Mohammad Raja, I think Hayat Hiraj, whatever that name is. And turns out that the treasurer of the Oxford Union is also a Pakistani. So I think I think you get the picture. So he calls me and he apologizes and he tells me that around at 10 a.m. in the morning yesterday, he got a call from the Pakistani delegation that they were not in a position to make it. I said, if that were the case, I'm sure you'd have known of this at least the night before. You could have told me before I boarded the flight to London. He said, I'm sorry, even I was not aware. Within minutes of the conversation, which happened at about 4:55 p.m. in the evening, the Pakistan High Commission starts putting out tweets basically saying that the Pakistani team has won because of a walkover, because nobody turned up for India, and apparently we withdrew from the competition or the debate.
Wow.
And Oxford Union also starts putting out similar tweets. And then they circulate a letter dated 5th of November, I think, of this month, saying that these were the participants who were supposed to participate in the debate from the Indian side, and they named Sachin Pilot. And to the best of my knowledge, Mr. Sachin Pilot was never confirmed. Okay, so clearly this was a fabricated letter with no basis whatsoever. And turns out that the Pakistani team had indeed landed. They were in Oxford, in the George Street Hotel, but they chose not to tell us that and gave us the impression that because the Pakistani team hadn't landed, maybe you could take a call on whether you wish to proceed or not. Since we were under the impression and we were clearly told that the Pakistani team had not landed, we didn't see the point in going to Oxford. So they've started giving the impression that apparently this was a walkover. And incidentally, it just so happens that fortunately my sources have informed me that the Pakistani team is still at that hotel in Oxford. So I've put out a tweet basically saying that we are more than happy to debate. All of us are ready. And if you're interested and if you have the guts, please proceed to have a debate. And this time, let it be a live debate. Let it not be a recorded one. But as I said, that they are replicating the success of Operation Manhoos Ki Phati Hui Banyan. Okay. And so There is no evidence of success here. And I think their performance speaks volumes of the national ethos, which is to desert the battlefield even before the battle has started. Okay, they've
Which is
inherited that
standard
tactic.
operating
Correct. I
Pakistani
think we have
tactics.
managed to successfully encode this in the Pakistani gene in 1971, and ever since I think that's how they've been. So this is the situation here. The unfortunate reality is that Oxford as an institution and Oxford Union in particular has become what I've called the concubinal mouthpiece of the Pakistan High Commission in the United Kingdom. And perhaps that's a reflection of the general state of affairs of United Kingdom itself. Less said, the better. Now, it's only a matter of time before London becomes Londonistan, or it actually has become one. So let's leave it at that.
Well, I just wanted to ask you, because Sai Deepak, this is fascinating, this cop-out by Pakistan. Not that it's out of character, as you just said yourself. This is very much in sync with the Pakistani character. But if they are so articulate, if they have so many indisputable arguments, why don't they come right now on live TV? I'm willing to moderate this.
I'm happy to even do this on Pakistan television if they want to. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think they've managed to grow a collective spine between the three people to face even one of us. And I repeat, I'm here even until tomorrow. So if the Pakistanis have guts and if their forefathers have granted them this courage of their conviction, and by forefathers, I don't mean FOUR, I mean FORE, we are more than happy to participate in the debate. I'm still here.
So you said that you wrote to the Oxford Union and the organizers, etc. Have you heard back from them? Have they responded at all?
So I got a call from Musa Harraj apologizing and saying that I'm sorry. It just so happens that I got a call in the morning and all that, but I haven't received anything in writing after my email of 4:11 p.m. of yesterday. Nothing.
Wow. So that means that they don't want to put anything on paper so that they won't get incriminated. Now, you said that these people are at some King George hotel or something like that.
George Street Hotel in Oxford.
Okay, so they're there, this entire team. Who is on their team?
So Hina Rabbani Khar, and then some Mohammad Faisal and another person I think who's from the Pakistan Army. Now, whether that's an army or not, we don't know, but at least some representative from the army is there. So there are three people. The initial rumor was that the Pakistani Prime Minister and the Field Marshal was also supposed to come. This is what we were told. And the reason is that since the president of the Oxford Union happens to be related to the Defense Production Minister of Pakistan, I don't know if both of them were trying to gain political brownie points by organizing this with their Prime Minister and their Field Marshal. I have no idea. Nevertheless, we said, even if it's a rigged debate, we don't have a problem participating because let the world see what our side of the story is. We went more than prepared. But they copped out as usual. They chickened
out. Possibly it's also because these three individuals, as you know, are also sketchy characters. We've had an association with them, Hina Rabbani Khar, but they're also perhaps just there for a junket. Maybe they never really intended. Maybe they scammed their own government. Who knows? And have come and taken, the Oxford Union for a ride. I'm sure the Oxford Union is paying for this 3-day holiday that they've probably come for, or maybe even longer.
But considering the composition of the team that we were informed of and the presence of at least one particular individual, there's a decent chance that Bilawal Bhutto is also here. Now I leave it at that.
Well, thank you so much, Sai Deepak. Let's hope that you can corner them, maybe on the street, and take a couple of photographs so that we know that they were in situ, but obviously running away from a contest. I would love to make that gesture, but I leave it at this.
I'm sure they're having some halal biryani in Birmingham or Bradford. So we'll see what happens.
It's probably true. But thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.